Good morning, Matt Dela Cruz here with the Winning Minds Group, part of the John Maxwell team, and welcome to Mondays with Matt. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great weekend and looking forward to another extraordinary week this week. That's right, extraordinary, not an ordinary week. See, average people have ordinary weeks. We champions, we successful people, we have extraordinary weeks. Why? Because we can, and we take the plan, we work the plan, we always get the results that we're looking for if you take that approach. So I want to answer a couple of emails that were sent to me, two ladies, very similar about they know what to do. They just don't do what they know. Help me. One of the ladies writes down, she goes, Matt, I thought knowledge was power. So I wanted to answer that because that really triggered a talking point, a teaching point for me today with the group. So knowledge is power. How many have ever heard that? How many of you bought into that? I bought into it a long time ago, that knowledge is power. And because I had very limited, if not any formal education, I didn't have that much knowledge. In other words, I didn't know that I didn't know what I didn't know. I was unconsciously incompetent for many years. But anyway, that's another story in itself. But if knowledge is power, then everyone would be successful because we all know to be successful in this country, right? How much money can you make living in this country as much as you want? How much property and real estate can you own as much as you want? So if everybody knows that we all have the same common knowledge, not everybody really has it because it's not just knowing. If knowledge was power, everyone would be healthy because everyone knows to eat right and exercise. If knowledge was power, then everyone would have great family relationships. If knowledge was power, then all of us would be secure and have security in our lives. So here's the difference. Knowledge is power is only half true. The other truth of it is knowledge is power when it's properly applied. Properly applied. And the challenge with this, to answer your questions, ladies, is that yes, we have the half. We know what to do, but we don't do what we know because we're not applying what we know. There's a difference between knowing and there's a difference between doing, but also the doing is more the attitude side. The knowledge part is what we acquire. Knowledge basically is I read through my journal here. By the way, I just finished up completing one of the journals, and I'm starting on two more for this year. This was I had my 41th entry for the year. So every single day I gather up the day, I put it in my journal. So this is what's awesome about it. I want you to do that today as well, to start doing that. But knowledge is facts, information, and skills acquired through education. That's what knowledge is. Read a book and you can acquire knowledge. But here's what wisdom is. Wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So you can't really have the experience until you do it. So when you do it, you acquire experience. But if you read a book, all you acquire is knowledge. Now you know. Experiences means I took what I read and I did it, and now I acquired some different applications in my life, right? I knew it, I read it, got the knowledge, I did it, I got the experience. Now I have the wisdom. Like I can tell you I can tell you about the experience because I was wise enough, I went through it, right? And I can give you the wisdom to say, don't do it this way, do it this way, because I tried it your way, it doesn't work. In the book, it didn't work. And that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. I love this quote. Knowledge comes from learning, wisdom comes from living. Think about that. So again, it's not that we don't know what to do, it's we don't do what we know. So here's the key. How do we do what we need to know? How do we do what we know? And we need to do it every single day. And remember this, because these are the two things that always loom in my mind that keeps me tied into it. And that is this, that the enemy of learning is knowing. Once you think you know it all, that's as far as you ever get. The growth lid stops. And the more you know you need to know. But I want to challenge you. If you want to become wiser, then you need to study wisdom. Make sense? And if you want to study wisdom, then you need to read the book of Proverbs in the Bible. Read the book of Proverbs. There's 31 Proverbs. Read one a day. Every morning, read one a day. Just commit to say, I'm going to read one proverb every day. And if you do that for 21 days or 31 days, actually, let's do the Proverbs for 31 days. Do it for 31 days. If you go 5, 6, 7, 10 days and you miss a day, you got to start all over. Here's the exercise. I want you to go and I want you to read one proverb every day for 31 days. 31 days. If you do that, you will develop this behavior, this value, this priceless value called persistence. But you got to go 31 days. 31 proverbs, 31 days. If you miss a day, you start all over until you get to 31. I promise you, it will bring so much joy to your life. It will change your life by doing it. I do it every single day. And I've been doing it for years. But it makes all the difference in the world because I want to be tuned into wisdom, don't you? I don't want to walk around saying, I know. And pity on the person who does do that. Well, I know. But we also know that you don't do it because we can tell. So I want you to think about that this week. The difference between knowledge and the difference between wisdom. The difference between, and doing the other half truth. Knowledge is power, yes, but knowledge is power when it's properly applied. That's the second half of it. So until next week, live with passion, live intentionally, and let's just make sure that we're applying what we know every single day. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week, and you make it a great day.